be happy and excited, but I just like, how does anyone like even do this, like with the kind of money, you know? I just feel like so like overwhelmed.
You know, launching a new business, starting anything that's new, it's a difficult task. And there can be moments along the way when we ask ourselves, what did I get myself into? And you actually just saw that moment there with one of my best friends, Alex White. That footage was from about 2.5 years ago when he was launching his first cafe. And that was about a week in his renovations. And he was sitting there realizing, is this gonna turn out the way I hope it is? But now Alex has gone on with that cafe and has done very well. It's got ranked as the #2 new brunch spot in the city. It's got ranked in all the top lists for best new cafes. And he's actually created a new spot, which he's gonna pick me up any minute now, and we're gonna go to that. And I thought, Alex would be a great guy to talk to today about starting a business. And what are the things that surprised him? What he didn't expect to happen in the early days. He's gonna be here any minute, so let's go hang with him and hopefully get some mini donuts. Yo, how you doing?
Good, how are you? Heading to Cops, running some errands.
What's Cops?
Cops is a little coffee and donut shop that we run. Just filter coffee and mini donuts.
I think when you opened Cops, I'm not even kidding, I think I ate 16 donuts. They're mini, yeah, they're mini, still. So we're gonna go eat some of those right now for breakfast.
I'm not sick of them, I actually aren't.
You're not sick of them?
They're amazing. No.
Do you still eat them?
Every day.
Every day?
Yo, where are we at? We're at Cops, welcome. It's got the menu right here. 2 items. Just 2 items. Filter coffee and fresh house-made mini donuts.
Well, let's get both.
Yeah, let's do it. Drew, round her up, boy!
How's your own product out?
More than edible.
Man, they're so fluffy. What inspired you to start Baddies and Cops?
I noticed that there weren't any coffee shops that did a made-to-order breakfast and lunch, or any brunch places were only open on the weekends, and I didn't really think that the caliber of the coffee was as good as it could be. So I think like any entrepreneur, when they see a gap in the market and it aligns with their passions and with something that they love doing, they just take a leap of faith, give it a go. I think something that catches anyone off guard when they're starting a business for the first time is how much more money things will take and how much longer things will take. It never happens within the timeline that you want. Always ends up costing more. And I think that's something where, again, it goes back to just being agile, and you have to be able to adapt and set budgets that have leeway and have room to move, essentially.
So when you started your business, you didn't think it was gonna cost that much money, did you?
No, I don't think. I think you start with the budget and you hope that you'll land under it, and it's just never the case. There's always things that come up, things that cost more, they take longer, you know, things that you're just not prepared for. And yeah, you really do have to have that buffer.
With all the hecticness of starting a business, has it been worth it?
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way. It's so much more rewarding for me to feel like I can create an experience that I'm proud of, and something that I feel is doing a good thing in the city.
Alex is a busy guy, so we gotta run to Baddies now. Road donut.
Roadies.
Roadies. Alex just caught me wiping my hands. There's so much cinnamon on this, that's why. Look, it's all over me. I have to wipe it on your seat. So things are getting pretty busy in Baddies, so I'm gonna leave Alex alone for a bit, but I'm gonna come back tonight and chat with him and get some more tips on starting a business, hear a bit more about his experiences. Yo, so we're here, of course. So Al, what's one good piece of advice you were given early on?
For anyone who's listening, I think coming and thinking about your idea and how can I simplify that? How do I keep simplifying that? I always wanted people to think, where do I go for brunch? And then just like, boom, Baddies. You know, where do I go for donuts? Oh, Cops. And I think it's like, when we think about some of our favorite places in the city, like Burger's Priest, it's like, where do I go for burgers? It's Burger's Priest.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about a restaurant that has an amazing burger that has 50 other things. And maybe they have a good burger, but your mind, the way our minds work, it's like you're wired to go to a place that just does one thing well.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important, especially in a noisy city with like, there's so many options. It's like, we've even got that's like our slogan at Cops, too many options are a prison. And that's something that people hear all the time. And I think it's true. I think you're making people's life easier by offering them less. Like we just have one sweet option, just French toast. You know, like we just have one, you know, breakfast sandwich. We don't have 5 different ones. And some people will be like, oh, variety's the spice of life. And yeah, I get that. At the same time, I think in this setting, and
when you're starting off,
it's just like, it's so much better to do less well and simplify your product and then focus on those little details and you execute it flawlessly. Try to, at least. I don't know. Yeah.
So is that your piece of advice for someone starting off in any industry? Kind of do one thing really well.
Yeah, totally.
And perfect that before you move on. I think that's great advice, and I think that applies to a lot of things. Well, you look at some people's even Instagram accounts or what they're doing, and they're trying to copy everything because this is doing good here and this is doing good. Yeah. But you end up liking people's work more when they stick to a style or persona and they do that well. Yeah, exactly. I found for me, when I finally stuck to doing cinematic documentaries and just focused on that, so many doors started opening because I was doing one thing well rather than trying to do 10 things really good. But it's like Cops. You just do donuts and coffee, but you do those so well that people want to come. People are always talking about the business like, oh, you're way closer than you think, like it's just around the corner, your breakthrough's there. Is that idea of that, like you're just one step away from creating that amazing thing, is that optimistic? Do you think that's true, or is that just an optimistic phrase?
Like, to speak to that phrase, I think it's a little bit dangerous, just because when I opened Baddies, I remember speaking with Enrique, one of my friends, while we were renovating the space, and I was like, oh man, once Baddies is up and running, I'm gonna feel so good. And then, you know, inside I was like, cool, I can die a happy man after Baddies opens. I'm gonna feel this milestone. I feel like I reached and I accomplished something. It's like this triumphant, you know, Everest moment. And then the doors opened and it's just like snowballing, and I felt like I didn't feel a change at all. It was just kind of just like, oh, it's another day and I've just got a bunch of other responsibilities now, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like there was no kind of like aha moment, there was no wow moment. And I thought that was like sad, kind of, to be honest. You can't find fulfillment in the destination. That's why you have to try and find fulfillment in the journey. Otherwise, you'll never find it. And that's just the truth, in my opinion. That's what I've experienced. I think we do set unrealistic expectations on how we're gonna feel and feel this emotional fulfillment once we've done something or once we've accomplished something. And I think, obviously, it's like, you want to have goals, so then you do move in that direction, as long as they're not like, once I get that goal, I'm going to be happy. It should be like, how can I be happy now? How can I be content now? How can I be thankful now? It's finding joy in the process, not the destination. Yeah. So it's getting late. Where do we want to eat? This is the most difficult part of mine and Alex's friendship, is food. Where do we eat? He always suggests a stupid place called This Month Only, and it's a disgusting bar. There was a place next door called Burger Bros, and it's just like R.I.P. And we were like, should we go to Burger's Priest, or should we go to get this, you know, fine dining burger? We were driving by, and then he was like, well, what about Burger Bros, man? It was right there. And then like, meanwhile, the guy's got his foot cooking his foot in the bloody stove. It's like disgusting. It's just like, oh, Burger Bros. Oh, but actually, I feel like extra burger. Yeah, let's do extra burger. Yeah, let's do extra burger. There's another extra burger. It does one thing really good. They have like 2 menu items. Exactly. Okay. It's sexy to me, isn't it? Burgers can be No, not burgers. There's the simplification to me. The place does one thing and they do that well. I'm just sexy. Like, well, it's sexy because I'm just like, oh yeah, that's it. I just need a place. I just need to go there. So sick. Let's do Burger Bros. Sick. Love this burger. Very good. And you're very close to me. So good. Order another. Order yours. That was amazing. Very good, Al. Good suggestion. That was extra. I think we had 5. That was a great example of why being simple is better.
So there you go. It's about keeping it simple. Whether you're starting a business or a film project, focusing on doing one thing well will actually create a lot more opportunities than spreading yourself thin, trying to do everything. And also, just like Alex at the beginning of the video, it's very normal to feel overwhelmed at the beginning of a new project. Don't be discouraged. And if you want to hear more from that interview with Alex and I, we actually spoke for over an hour. So leave a comment below and I'll actually post that video. Let me know if you're interested in that. Also, leave a comment if there's a topic you want me to cover. I would love your feedback. And the best gift that you could give me this Christmas is a subscribe, a like, a comment. My wife wants me to put my hand down. I guess I talk with my hand a lot. How about that? You comment below if you want me to keep talking with my hand. Give me a thumbs up. But yeah, I'll put Cop's Instagram below and Baddies' Instagram. If you're in Toronto, they're amazing. You won't be disappointed. I actually think me and my wife might go get some Cop's donuts now. But thanks, I'll see you on the next one.